Hi there, Diecast fans. What we have here is a Mercedes-Benz CLS in 1:18 scale by Maisto. Now, I think this diecast model was offered by Maisto to the public around 2005 and 2006. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they offered this as a premiere edition of their lineup. So that's why it's got some that glittering grayish bluish paint finish on it. It really looks premium at the same time. And since this is a premiere edition, it's going to have some premium additional paint details on it, like wood trims or additional paint detail on the engine bay, and of course its exclusive paint finish and some additional plastic parts that you'd expect from a premiere edition Maisto. And let me just give you a little bit of background or history about this car. Now, Mercedes-Benz wanted to create a combination of a sports coupe and a luxury sedan. So they created this in 2004, the CLS series, which is based on a E-Class Mercedes-Benz. Now, I bought this diecast model not because I'm a Mercedes-Benz fan, nor because this is a CLS, the first generation. I bought this diecast because of this feature right here. It goes also at the same side. It's got 4 opening doors for a low-budget diecast. How cool is that? Well, this kind of feature in the diecast model is really a big treat for me because back then, it's rarely that you're gonna stumble upon, especially a low-budget diecast that's got a 4 opening doors. I think Maisto offered also 4 opening doors in one of their SUVs like the Hummer H1 and the Hummer H2. But most of the time, if you want 4 opening doors in a diecast model, you will go for a high-end models, or let's say a more expensive ones. Now you've seen the 4 opening features of this diecast. We will see the interior later, but first we have to go to the front detail of this diecast model. Let's see if Maisto chippen out something. Since they have some opening doors, they compromise something. Now, as you can see there the headlight right there. It's well detailed with the inside projector right there. It's made entirely out of chrome and then the plastic lens. If you observe carefully, there are mold lines on the lens of the headlight of this diecast model. Well, it's, of course, this is a budget model, but it's really, if you just look closely, it's going to be obvious. And at the same time, you could see the grill there. And yes, you could see through the grills right there, made entirely out of chrome. Now let's open the bonnet or the hood and see the V8 engine right there. Now, there are some additional details like the stickers right there on the radiator shroud and some warning labels right there. I don't think this is a sticker. Oh, this is a decal. Now, it's above the air intake right there, and you can see the Mercedes logo on that beauty cover right there. Now, the entire engine bay is made out of plastic slab right there. Since this is a premiere edition, they add some additional labels and decals on it. So, it's just going to look a little bit realistic at the same time. Now, going to the front tire details of this diecast, very nice alloy finish on the alloy rims itself. Of course, this is still made out of plastic, but they included the disc brakes and the disc caliper right there with a written Mercedes-Benz logo on the caliper. And Maisto did a very good job of choosing the correct profile and rim size for the diecast. It's not too big, nor it's not too small, just very proportional to the diecast. And going to the rear wheel, now let's roll this diecast right here, and you can see the same treatment as before in the front tires right there. It's got some disc calipers right there, disc brakes, and both disc rotors doesn't rotate along the wheels. And hey, it's a Maisto, don't expect additional details like that. Very good alloy finish right there, and the correct tires and profile on it. So a very job well done for Maisto. Now, going to the rear part of the diecast. Now, I have to give a compliment to Mercedes-Benz. The rear part of the CLS really looks sleek at the same time, really looks fast, really looks sporty, and Maisto really did a good job of imitating that in 1:18 scale. Now let's open the trunk right here. It's a bit heavy, I cannot use my handy dandy prying tool right there. And at least it's not black compared to other Maisto lineup right there. It's still, you cannot see anything. It's just a shallow brown plastic slab right there. But you can put something on it if you wanted to. And let's not forget the tail lamp itself. Now, this car was featured in 2004 back then with the factory installed LED lights right here. You can see the peg done by Maisto right here, since this is a low budget, like I said before, but still very decent. And you can see the tailpipe right there. It looks like it's got a hole, but it doesn't. It's just got a deep carving right there in the middle of the exhaust. The chrome tip really looks good. I have to give that to Maisto. And you can see there, if we close it, you can see the European license plate there. And this is not chrome, this is just a painted gray Mercedes-Benz logo. And of course, they added some complementary, like there, an antenna. Now, for the interior detail of this diecast, the majority of the color of the entire interior is just beige, full of beige color with additional secondary black color. And of course, let's not forget, if we zoom in, you can see the steering wheel has a wood grain finish on it, and the speedometer pinnacle right there on the dashboard, and also included on the center console right there. And you can see also the controls being painted right there by Maisto, since this is a Premier Edition. And they try to imitate the wrinkles on the leather at the same time. Yes, it's made out of plastic, but still a very nice additional detail or effort by Maisto right there. You could also see on the rear passenger, there's a black control for, I don't know, for the climate control, and an additional wood trim on the center console on the rear passenger right there. Now, going to the right side interior of this diecast, you can see the well-detailed additional paint made by Maisto right there. And you can also see the shift knob with the additional wood grain detailing on it. And you can see also the infotainment system with additional colors for the buttons and something right there. And you can see also the wood grain extends to the up to the glove compartment or glove box of this car. And also going to the rear right side part of this diecast onto the interior, so you could see the additional wood trim right there, right in the center console of the rear passenger of this diecast, and an additional climate control system also that they included. Now you can see also the leather wrinkling effect of the interior of this diecast, just to say that this is a premium luxury car. Now, for those who are curious what's underneath the diecast or the detailing underneath, so let's take a peek right here. So it's just a chrome tailpipe like Maisto does, and at least they colored right there the heat shield for the exhaust system. And of course, since this model was a rear-wheel drive, you can see the propeller shaft and the axle right there. And going to the front, there's really nothing to see, just the suspension. And yes, this diecast has a full suspension on it, four springs right there. Well, there you have it, my review of the Mercedes-Benz CLS by Maisto in Premier Edition. Now, you wanted this diecast not only because that you are a fan of Mercedes-Benz or collect the entire lineup of luxury cars. I just observed that most budget models right now doesn't focus on any much of the luxury cars. Yes, there's the 300Z and whatsoever, the BMW M5, but most of those cars doesn't have 4 opening doors or additional features like that. It's just a bit rare for a low-budget manufacturer to actually produce this kind of features onto their lineup. So that's why I got this model. It's quite interesting and unique at the same time, offering that kind of feature. So if you wanted a 4 opening door luxury sedan from a low-budget manufacturer like this, Maisto, then the CLS is going to be an interesting diecast model that you're gonna own right now. I think you can still find this online. Just keep searching. There might be some individual or selling this kind of diecast, and it's really interesting in my opinion. So guys, thank you for watching, and I hope this entertains you and helps you. And have a nice day.